This is Evan Deal with the Lead Icon team and eXp Realty. Welcome to Living in Indianapolis. Today we're going to talk about the 5 things you need to know before moving to the Circle City in the 317. We're so excited to dive into this topic with you and give you a really great overview of this amazing city, amazing place to live. But before we get started, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Ring the bell so you're kept up to date with all the content about this area. We look at local areas, local businesses, local neighborhoods, and really give you an overview and detail of what makes Indianapolis special, diving into every pocket of the city. There's a lot to know about Indianapolis, and it's a wonderful, wonderful place to live. And I'm going to walk you through each of the major reasons why you should live in Indianapolis and what you really need to know before coming here. Number one, everybody talks about this and I brag about it to everyone, but it is an affordable city to live in. Indianapolis has one of the best costs of living for any major city in the United States. And we have all the amenities that you would get in another major city. Everything costs less. So housing wise, I'm a realtor. The real estate market here is amazing. It's an amazing place to purchase a home or a condo or even rent an apartment. It's going to be a lot cheaper than if you're in Chicago or if you're in Dallas or New York or Los Angeles or Miami. In Indianapolis, your money is going to go a lot further. This is especially good news if you're a remote worker. So if you're a remote worker and you're making, Philadelphia, New York wages, but you live in Indianapolis, you're going to make a lot more relative than if you lived close to a different city in the U.S. There's something for everyone in the neighborhoods around Indianapolis and within Indianapolis, everything ranging from, luxury to affordable housing, but your money is going to go a lot further. This is also true on things like groceries, on energy costs. It's very affordable in Indianapolis. I've talked to coworkers from jobs past all over the country, and they tell me what they're paying every month for heating or electric, and it blows my mind compared to what we pay here in Indiana. This is a great place to live if you're looking to build a strong financial future and to cut down your monthly costs. Another reason to live in Indianapolis, we have an amazing, amazing sports scene, and you need to know this before moving here. It's everything from amateur sports down to or up to professional sports. We have major events. We've hosted the Super Bowl. We host the Final Four on a regular basis, men and women's. We have the Big Ten Championship, basketball, football, and other sports on the regular. We are one of the racing capitals, if not the racing capital of the world, with the Indianapolis 500, as well as the Brickyard 400 for NASCAR fans. We have minor league baseball, AAA team with the Indianapolis Indians. Victory Field's an awesome place to sit. It's a great place to hang out, watch some baseball. We even have minor league hockey with the Indy Fuel. We've got WNBA with the Fever. We've got the NBA with the Pacers, and of course NFL with the Colts in the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. So we've got everything covered on the professional side. We host all the major sporting events. We've got WrestleMania coming. We've got SummerSlam coming. It's just an awesome, awesome place to be a sports fan. And also, Indiana high school basketball is probably the best high school basketball in the state. Most of the biggest gyms in the country for high schools are in Indiana, and a lot of them are in Indianapolis. It's kind of like Texas football for their high school football. But if you want that for high school basketball, that's right here in Indiana, and especially true in Indianapolis. It's very competitive and very fun. It's also a short trip up to West Lafayette or a short trip down to Bloomington for the college scene as well. So we are sports crazy here in Indianapolis, and it's definitely a great place to be if you are a sports fan. Something else you need to know for living in Indianapolis is that it is one of, if not the best city to travel from in the United States. So if you're a frequent traveler, whether for business or you just like getting out and seeing the country, seeing the world, there's really no better place to live than Indianapolis. We have a major international airport that is the best airport I've ever flown in the country, and I've been everywhere. It's basically got a couple wings, and you either go this side or this side. Security's fast, it's clean, it's safe, and parking's great. It's easy to get around. and there's flights all over the country and beyond. So, and if it's not a direct flight, you can also get an easy connecting flight out of Indianapolis as well. So some people see Indianapolis as a flyover city, Indiana as a flyover state, but really it's a great place to fly from. You're really not going to have a better experience than the Indianapolis International Airport. And not only for air travel, we also have incredible ground travel. They don't call Indiana the crossroads of America for nothing. You know, it used to be a train hub in Indianapolis between the east and the west, and really served for the growth of the city and the growth of the region on the whole. But now we have that, but for interstates. It's incredibly easy to get around the city. They call us the Circle City, and there's a number of reasons for that. But one of the reasons is we literally have I-465 forming a circle around the city. So you can drive in a loop to any of the major suburbs and get anywhere in the city. We also have I-69, I-65, crisscrossing the in an X. We have I-70, I-74. It's very easy to hop on an interstate and get anywhere you want to. So if you're looking at the major cities around Indianapolis, you can get up to Detroit. You can get up to Chicago. You can get up to Cleveland, Columbus, Dayton. You can go down to Louisville. You can hop over to St. Louis. It's even easy to drive to Nashville, Tennessee. Any of these major cities in the states surrounding Indiana, it's a very, very quick and easy drive to get there. And it's quick and easy to get around really the entire state, because Indianapolis, unlike some other state capitals, is centrally located. So it really serves as the heart of the state, with the interstates being the arteries getting you wherever you want to go. Even if you're looking at the college side of things, it's very easy to get up to Lafayette, very easy to get down to Bloomington, or even down to like an Evansville. Very, very, very simple travel throughout Indiana. And the next thing you really, really need to know before moving here is that we experience all 4 seasons in Indianapolis. True spring, true summer, true fall, and true winter, unfortunately. The spring can be nice. It starts off a little chilly, and by the end of it, it's absolutely beautiful. So you really get to experience everything in spring, from that first little chill to when it starts to peak up and your mood lifts as it gets warmer. You get periods of rainfall as the plants start to grow, and that goes into summer. And we have a true summer here in Indiana. It can get hot, very hot in July and August. We're not talking about the same heat as somewhere like Texas or Florida, but it can be a humid heat in the summer. But for the most part, it's very pleasant, especially in the month of like June, early July. So we have true spring, true summer. That gets into fall, which is my personal favorite season in Indiana. All the leaves turn colors. It's absolutely beautiful all the way around. There's tons of nature in Indianapolis as well, so you'll really get to see that fall color on display. Get to experience all the fall festivals and all the sports ramping up, like basketball, football. Just really great time here in fall. And then we get to winter. Winter's not fun. It's not as bad as some of the places that are further north in Indianapolis. I used to live in Chicago, and that lake effect snow is no joke. We don't get anything like that in Indianapolis, but we do get regular snowfall. There's usually maybe 1 or 2 bigger snowfalls each year, and it's pretty well maintained by the city and by the state at large. They get out with plows to take care of the roads. We have a lot of salt ready to go. Cities that are further south than Indianapolis aren't as prepared for snowfall. I spent some time in Austin, Texas, and when my dad and I were driving through Texas, we remarked on how tall the ramps were on the interstates there, and we said, man, if they ever get any snow or ice, this place is going to shut down. And then like a year or 2 later, that's exactly what happened. The entire city was gridlocked because their infrastructure wasn't set up to support it. That's not the case in Indianapolis. So when you are here in winter, it's well taken care of. If you've ever lived in Chicago, it's kind of like that as well, where they get the plows out, they get the salt out. So even though there's snow on the ground, it doesn't stop business from happening, doesn't stop you from traveling and moving around. So be prepared for all 4 seasons, which can be a great thing. And if you don't like winter, it's only 3 months. And the 5th thing you need to know when you're moving to Indianapolis is that there's a surprising amount of nature. within the city and right around the city as well. So a lot of cities are very industrial in nature, and they kind of lose some of the natural beauty of the land that the city was built on or that's around it. That's not true in Indianapolis. We have a ton of nature. There are parks throughout the whole city. There are actually lots of farms within the city limits or right outside the city as well. We have places like Tuttle Orchard. We have Traders Point Creamery, just to name a couple, where you really get a full-on farm. And a lot of these places also have farm-to-table restaurants, which are really popular around here as well and part of the local food scene. Not only do we have farms, though, we also have parks. So we have great city parks. They really are in every corner of the city. Places like Southeast Way Park are really great and provide walking trails, places to run and play, playgrounds. Some of them have pools as well, or even splash pads, water parks. And beyond that, we even have a state park within the city. So Fort Harrison State Park, or as we know it, Fort Ben, is a full-on state park that is inside Indianapolis, and it's absolutely awesome. You drive in and you forget you're in the city. There are tall trees everywhere, and it is like any other state park where there's hiking trails, there's water, there's trees, there's places to have a picnic and have a great day, and you don't even have to leave the city to get there. It's like stepping into another world, but you're just driving in there straight out of the city. It is really remarkable. And if you do want to get out of the city, you can get to other state parks and other major parks really quickly. So we've got places like McCormick's Creek, we've got Brown County and Nashville, Indiana, that are just an hour drive, sometimes 2 hours drive, depending on where you want to go. But they're really easy to get to from the city. Brookville Lake, if you're looking for lake, or Patoka Lake, very easy to get to. You can even take a couple hours and drive up to the dunes in northwest Indiana and go to a national park, which is an easy day trip from Indianapolis. So tons and tons of nature here, just absolute beauty all over the place. There's even agricultural places that are inside the city limits, like if you're in Franklin Township, or if you go beyond that, outside of the city into Shelby County or Hancock County. Tons of farmland as well too, if you're looking for more of an agricultural or agrarian lifestyle, but still want to be close to a major city. We have that as well. And of course, in Indiana, we grow corn, we grow soybeans, but there's opportunities for everyone here, and that's what makes Indianapolis such an amazing city, such an awesome place to live. And I hope these 5 things have been helpful for you in understanding the feel of Indianapolis and how it functions as a city, what to look forward to, and what to expect when you live here. And if you are looking to move here, you can give me a call. We can set up time to talk together, jump on a Zoom together, talk about what you're looking for, and I can help you find the right place in Indianapolis. So stay tuned on this channel. We're going to teach you more about Indianapolis, the surrounding area, what makes this place awesome, and showcase tons of businesses, communities, houses, and anything else you can think of. So stay tuned here at Living in Indianapolis, Indiana.